Good morning. Ooh, my microphone's working. Start off. That's a bonus we didn't have last week. So, how's everyone doing today? I am sore. I'm not sure why I'm sore. It's probably just because I'm old and the weather's crappy. But yeah, just the last 3 or 4 days, between my shoulder and my neck, just killing me. I don't know. And yes, Monsieur Connor is here. When we get over to the chat section, you'll be able to see his shining face. He's actually in a good mood for now. So this might be a good live stream. There's some water. I'm starting off today with tea. I know it's coffee with night, but I've been on a real tea kick recently. And over 300 years of experience. 1706. Twiggings of London. Irish breakfast. Steep for 4 minutes. So, I suppose we should get this shared around to the Book of Faces and such. Shouldn't we? Okay, let's see. No, that's the wrong way to share it. Let's go here and copy link, because that's the right way to share it. Let's go to the Book of Faces. Oh, boy. Knightsmith. And I don't know why I capitalized chat. Clearly, I'm not fully awake yet. Share there and share. Just share now, I guess. I don't know. I have a bunch of notifications. Dude, you can't just eat all my cookies. I need to have a few for myself. Out of sight, out of mind. At least I hope. Yeah, this weather went from delightful to dreary real fast, didn't it? At least here in PA, it's just been the last 4 or 5 days. It's just been cold and just bleh. So, like I was saying earlier, how are you guys doing today? I mean, I can give you a report on how I'm doing, but it doesn't really mean much to most people. And to be honest, I'm more interested in you guys. You want some oh, you're not done with that. We're gonna have some raspberries after this. So yeah, it's I think it's going to be an interesting morning, interesting day, even though it's going to be kind of cold and I think it's supposed to drizzle for the majority of the day. This little man decided to throw a fit all day yesterday. And I do have some more interesting stuff to talk to. Talk about. I guess it depends on how you frame it. Talk towards. No, I think it'd be either talk to or talk about. Towards just doesn't sound right. Anyways, so I've pretty much been a stay-at-home dad, work-from-home dad for the last 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, and oh my god, and this little guy over here, I just don't know how other people do it, and I wish I did. It's like I can either get 6 hours of work done or none, and there is no in between. It's completely contingent upon his mood. Some days he's awesome, some days he's just super clingy and screamy and whiny, and I just can't do anything, you know? It's just weird. I'll have to listen to that after I get off the live stream. What was I doing? So there are a few things that I need to look at, and how about I look at them right now? Because one of my main priorities is getting that. Oh, that's a little button down there. Interesting. One of my main priorities at the shop is getting that cable rail installed. Now that all the slate is moved up, and those raspberries. You love your raspberries. By the way, Dole and Driscoll's, I guess, if you guys want to sponsor me, or you know, send me free raspberries and blueberries for the little man to eat, I would much appreciate it. He goes through them like you wouldn't believe. I had a thought, oh, I need to look at the codes for Sugar Notch and whether or not I can put up a small railing or not without approval. I should be able to. It's just a little fence. You know, for as often as I do stuff like this, you'd figure I'd just know off the top of my head, but I don't. Looking over my shoulder. Look at that. Boom. What's up? Hmm? What's it? Hot? My tea? It is still very hot. That's why I'm not drinking it yet. And normally I don't leave the tea bag in the entire time, because that's where all the tannins and stuff leach out and it starts to get bitter. Tea is hot. But I don't have a trash can here to throw my bag out in, so I'm just going to leave it and deal with the bitter flavors. Actually, is it still too hot? A little on the warmer side. Right there. That last note on the tongue is the bitter flavor from the tannins. Want some blueberries? So there are some interesting things going on. I know I'm not getting to the shop until a little bit later today. I wasn't able to go yesterday, so I'm going today. And that actually works out, because, I mean, ultimately it doesn't work out because I need more time. But going a little bit later today does work out in the sense that I can... Sounds like Hal is stuck on a bag. I'll deal with that when I get out of here. He's just playing with the blueberries. I had a thought. What was my thought? I don't know. There are times where it can be very thoughtless. Oh yeah, there are big things coming, and Knightsmith, I believe, is on the verge of exploding. Just by virtue of just kind of reading the signs and seeing how things are kind of starting to work out, and things are starting to come to fruition. There are a few projects that I am getting involved in which are very cool. The first is creating a bunch of guitar bodies for some local artists. So I'm just doing the basically the rough out work, which is great because I don't know anything about guitars or... Okay. I don't know anything about guitars other than cutting shapes and laminating stuff together, or electricity. They're electric guitars, by the way, which is perfect. So I get to do the stuff I'm good at, the stuff I like doing, and then hand it off, and they hand me money, which is like perfect, right? So there's that. There's that artist like coffee shop place that I saw last week, and I talked about them on last week's show. Renaissance Art and Coffee, right in Sugar Notch, right on Main Street there. Very awesome place, guys. I don't know if he's open on Sundays or what. But if you have the opportunity, go there. This guy wanted to make an art gallery, kind of as his live stream, and he did it. But he has so little patronage between, you know, his location and, you know, the coronavirus hitting this year that he had to get a full-time job. The guy's 68 years old. He doesn't need to have a full-time job. So go check him out. Go get a cup of coffee and just look at the place. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't want to make... I mean, he would love to make a living solely from that. But he really just wants the art to be shown and viewed. Yeah, hot. Tea. Tea. Hot. Tea. Tea. So it's really just worth it just to go over and check them out, you know, just for that. What else? Oh, I was looking up the stuff, the borough rules or whatever you want to call them. Actually, while I'm doing that, how about we switch over to the chat screen and start talking? Because this is a lot more fun when it's a two-way conversation, even though there is a bit of a delay. It's like a 30-second to a minute delay. So sometimes I move on this up, you know, other topics can come back and forth. But clearly you can see I'm half insane and jump back and forth between topics 5 or 6 times before I finish my point. So let's head over to the chat and uh-oh. What's uh-oh? Let's head over to the chat and start working on that, shall we? All right. Oh, as soon as I hopped over, someone popped up. Good morning, Laura. How are we doing today? And there's little man. Good morning, Ken. Oh my God. I know he won't shut up till I give him one, so I'm just going to give him one. He's already had full breakfast before this at about 7 o'clock, so I'm not super worried. Oh! Oh, I froze. Why did I freeze?
Mama.
Oh, I'm back. Laura, you're sleepy. So am I. I'm perpetually sleepy. Mama is in the other room getting a nap. And that's why I'm going to the shop late, because she worked last night. Mine. Yes. He's definitely mine. One moment. Yes? Okay. I'm back. Someone hopped in the shower without grabbing a towel. Can't say that I've never done that before. Like, all the time. So, I'm back. Oh, sugar notch. I was looking for the zoning rules, borough rules, whatever. Building permit. That's probably what I need. So let's see. Welcome back. Just splash like a duck. So how's the patio going? The shop, your assistants. Well, patio is pretty much done. I just need to get the grass put in today. And that is going to be going swimmingly. And then that's done. I need to get a cable rail, which I'm looking up if I need a permit for or not. Right now, I don't see any reason not to have, why it's going to be an issue putting that up or not. Just that I might have to do a little paperwork first. But I have most of the materials, so what I'll do, if I need a permit, is I will get everything cut to size today, marked out, set to the side, and work on the next part of the project. Which now Connor got a hold of these for a little bit, so they're a little wrinkly. But here's the elevation you'll see from the parking lot. So I mean, 4x4s, 2x4 top and bottom, 2x4 stiffener plate. I did decide to go with 2x4 stiffener plate and a 2x6 top rail. To the top of the post is going to be 3'6", so it's going to be 3'7.5" total. That way it's mostly, it's too high to hop basically. And the idea is that it's going to keep neighborhood kids and stuff out of the area. So that's the blunt and skippy of why I'm doing it. Plus, it's going to look really nice and slick. It's going to be painted all or stained all black. The building, my shop is going to be painted black and silver. So with the black and the stainless steel, really, with the black and the stainless steel, it'll tie everything together, give it really nice, good curb appeal. So it'll be just a really nice thing to have and see. My assistants are going fantastically. I just got as for the shop itself, a lot of really great projects coming on. I have a 4-poster bed, queen size, that I'm going to be building soon. Just waiting on some final measurements from a client. Might have 2 or 3 other beds lined up after that. Guitar bodies, ADA ramps, railing, a porch. I have a job list actually right here. So I have 2 ADA ramps, an ADA ramp and porch. I have a giant Jenga set that I already have designed. A giant Connect 4, a large cornhole thing. Like I said, all the guitar bodies, and that's not even including all the shop projects. So I have a very full year ahead of me, and y'all, it's gonna be exciting. The only problem is with all that and little man here, I don't quite have the time to do all the video editing, so I need to find somebody for that. I might have had somebody, but I don't know if they'll be able to do it or not. Now, onto your rest of your cable rail questions. What are you looking for? Oh, the doggies? You see them? So, cable rail. Generally use 1/8 inch stainless steel cable. And it's most often used in places where high through visibility is desired. If you have a good vista, like you sit high on a mountain, you want your deck to have cable rail instead of like pickets. So it's just a lot easier to see and see everything. Or if you're sitting on a lake. I want to do it at the shop because, one, I've never done cable rail. I've designed maybe 100 cable rail systems, but I've never actually built one myself. So there's one reason. The second reason is this whole place is supposed to act as an advertisement for Knightsmith. So being able to see into the backyard a little bit, plus that clean look that cable rail has, and then I can have the tie-in aesthetic as well, the black and silver. So that's all fantastic reasons for the cable rail. So what goes into it? So you have your posts, which are, I'm going to use the 4x4s. You have your bottom rail. You have your top rail, and then you have your stiffener plate. I don't know how well you can see that because I can't see through the paper. I'm not going to get into all the technicalities of all the spacings and stuff, but a rule of thumb is you want 3 feet between either post or stiffener plate. So if I'm doing, so I marked it out as being 3 feet or less. So it's 6 feet between from post to post. And stiffener plate's got to be halfway in between. In the cable rail, well, for railing of all stripes, you need to have it, all your spacing, either your pickets or your cables or whatever decorative design you have, so that a solid 4-inch ball cannot pass through it. And that is because of these little creatures right here. It is all are you done with that? Okay, we'll put that right here so you can look at the okay, we're not. It is all written in the IRCs and the IBCs, International Residential Building Codes and International Building Codes. Uh-oh, you tossed it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. You want it back? That being said, it's very easy when you have either wood or steel, because if you have a if you have a 1/2 inch, post, so you do your spacing at 4.5 inches on center. So you got a 1/4 inch this way, 1/4 inch this way. 4-inch ball will not pass through that. Makes sense, right? Nice, easy. With cable flexes, and regardless of how tight you make it, what kind of tension, what tautness level you bring that to, there's still going to be some flex. That's why the distance between post and plate has to be less than 3 feet. So rule of thumb is 3.5 inches, and that'll allow for a 1/4 inch of flex. And that's really it. You just drill your holes, so you get whatever height from rail to rail. You divide that out by 3.5 plus the distance of one of your the thickness of your rails. So 3.5 inches. So it'd be. So I have 36 inches or whatever. I have 3'4". Minus 3 inches for the thing is 3'1", plus 1/8 inch. Divide that by 3.5. Boom, there's your spacing, or that's how many cords you have. So for this rail, it works out to 2 7/8 inches, and it's a 12-strand rail. And the first one's gonna be 2 3/4, and then boop, 2 3/4 from the top. Boop. So aesthetically, it all works out. Boop. 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 He's cute, isn't he? Boop. From there, you just drill your holes based on your boop. Boop. You just drill your holes, and then you boop buy your hardware. Boop. And the hardware I'm gonna have is gonna have a turnbuckle. Boop. So I just cut the cable to roughly the length I need. Boop. Put it into the hardware, crimp it, put it into the turnbuckle, and just tighten. Boop. Boop. And just tighten it until I can't tighten it any further. And that's that. Boop. So I said I wasn't going to get into the math and the specifics, but I kind of did. Boop. So it looks really pretty when it's done. It looks really good. Boop. And it's really easy to do. Boop. And the good thing with the having the tighter spacing instead of 3.5 is a 2 7/8. Boop. Is I don't have to have it quite as tight. So if I can't get it to the right the right tautness. Boop. Oh, you have to stay up here until we're done with the show, buddy. But do you want a few more raspberries? So even if I can't get it to the required level of tightness, the right right tension, I'll still have a good amount of wiggle room and still be in code compliance. I probably could have gotten away with 11 strands and saved myself a little bit of money, but I'd rather do it right. Do it once, do it right, and I don't have to worry about it again. Because if I had to redo this, and a code enforcement officer came out and said you have to rip this whole thing out, I'm already like $300 in wood. That would have to be ripped out and tossed. All the cable would have to be, thrown out. So I'd be, $400, $500, $600 down, and have to start all over. Uh-oh. What's uh-oh? Uh-oh. Oop. Oh. There's, oh. Little secret, guys. He doesn't eat the cereal, he just eats the marshmallows. But I'd probably do the same thing. So yeah, I'd rather do it right the first time, have it safe, and in the end it works out cheaper if you spend a little bit more money up front. Things usually do, than if you get dinged for it, so not as safe, and then you have to go back and redo it anyways. You saying hello to the people? Hello. Is anybody in there? It's not if you can hear me. That's why I made him, a crib from scratch. Because, if I went to the Salvation Army, who knows what I would have gotten. If I bought something online or from a store, I don't know what finishes they use. I don't know what's in that paint. So I'd rather do the research, design a crib, and know exactly what goes into it, and everything, and know it's 110% safe. And it took me a lot longer. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But now there's a crib that'll be there and be in use for a lifetime. Same thing with this cable rail. I'd rather spend a little bit more time, a little bit more money, and a little bit more thought equity, and have something safe for little man here. Because I do anticipate him coming up to the shop as well. It's not just for security for the shop, but I anticipate him coming up to the shop and spending time with me. Michaela and maybe some other people in the group bringing their kids, and they want to sit down and have coffee and not have to watch the kids, because the whole place is an active construction zone. Oh, frog in my throat. So, it just makes everyone's life just that much easier. And that's why it's such a priority for me to get that done. But we're almost there. We got pretty much everything picked out and gone through in the backyard. We're finalizing the grass. We're putting up I'm hanging the new door today, which that took way longer than I thought, mostly because I'd never made a door before. But the actual making the door, it wasn't hard. It's the handle, which is the tricky part. So I thought I got everything. I measured all the pieces independently, laid it out, and I got everything in the wrong location. So I had to cut that whole section of the door out, and I made up this really cool oak slab as an insert, which actually, when you think about it, it's going to be a lot stronger than the remaining than what was there previous, because it was just 2x4s. If you kick the door handle hard enough, you probably could have just gotten through it. Maybe not. That is how. Because it was a 2x4 with laminated with a 3/4 plywood, but either way. So it's a solid oak piece that's glued and screwed in place. So in the end, it works out being much more secure. But Man, what a pain. What a pain it was getting to that point. So I gotta hang the door, which is also is a nice benefit because I have the key. I only have that key, but I can also lock it from the inside. So this means when I'm done for the day, I don't have to walk all the way around, fight with an old crappy door that's not hung properly, that's half rotted out, with a latch that had to be modified and everything, and get in there and then use a lock that 2 or 3 or 4 other people have to secure my shop. I can just walk to the back and then leave. So it's just these small things. It's several small steps that are taking longer than I wanted. Boop. This way you can but yeah, so it's a bunch of small steps, but it's finally getting it's starting to all build. Like that door's been sitting there, and I do a little bit of work on it here, a little bit of work on it there for the last like 2 months. I get to put it in today. It becomes a part of the structure that the whole world can see, not just people in the Facebook group, which is awesome. And Connor, don't throw your food on the ground. Hey, that's not an uh-oh. You threw it. That's bad. He's trying to be all cute for the camera. I ain't buying it. So it's just such a relief, and the feeling of additional security is worth it, though. It definitely is. It's going to make me so happy. I don't have any hammers over here for you to play with. I'm sorry. Where? There are no hammers over here. When you get a little older, you'll come to the shop with me, and you'll be able to play with all the hammers there. That was from a... I think he loves watching himself on camera. Wow, I got really off on a tangent. So let's bring this back to a little bit of an intelligent conversation. So I need to check with Sugar Notch and see what their zoning laws and stuff are. So occupancy, I'm just on their homepage and the forms and applications. So let's go through this together. Borough permit application. Check that out in the new tab. Fill in only applicable blocks. Fireplace. I guess the forge would count as a fireplace. Sprinkler system, no. Pressure vessels, no. Refrigeration system, yeah, we'll have a refrigerator. I guess. Building dimensions. I'm not going to be changing any of the building. I don't know if that is... I think that's a building permit. Yeah, building permits. That's not what I want. What are you trying to get now? Oh, there's two little pieces here. Oh, thank you. Want some water? Hey, Connor. No water. Okay. Hey, Connor. He's cute when he wants to be. Zoning permit schedule. You know, I'm not really seeing anything that's requiring. Bible splaining, yes. ICC building valuation data cost, new construction, residential 110%, $110 plus 1%. Because I'm not really, I'm just putting up a little fence. Just a little itty bitty railing. It's like, I don't know. Boop. I don't have it all calculated out here. 48, 48, 48, 45, 45, 47. 48, 48, 48, and that's just a remainder there. What do you want now? You know, it's not really saying, you know, if I need one or not. So I don't know. Open burning ordinance. I'm getting a fire pit, so I don't need to worry about that. You know, just a lot of things that see. This is what I don't like about you know, what my job is. A lot of things aren't very cut and dry. It should be a thing of, you know, what do you need for this, this, and this? What don't you need? Because here, building permit requires zoning certification. Zoning review cert, plan reviews, revisions, road contractor's license, fire department, zoning ordinance, fence. Oh, here's a fence permit. Fence permit, $25. So I do need to get a permit. Okay. Well, that explains that. I guess I should print these out then. Print out clean ones and have that so I can submit it to also needed one over 72 inches. So I guess, all right, so fence permit, 25 bucks. Building permit also needed one over 72 inches, which is 6 foot. Seeing as this is only 3 foot 7.5 inches, no building permit needed. So it's a $25 permit. One and done, nice and easy. Okay, so I'll have the people at the sanctuary take care of that. So I'll probably dig the holes today, and then I'll have them submit the paperwork this week. Not exactly what I wanted to do. It's another 25 bucks I need to spend. But at least I'm doing it the right way. That's what I needed to know. He's just dumping all that on the ground, isn't he? I'm not even looking behind me. Not even looking behind me. Ah! You're fine. Give me 5. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so... Oh! The thing I was teasing you guys about before I started on this little journey of my own rambling mind. Ah! He's throwing it all on the ground. Jesus. Lord have mercy. I need my sanity. So. My one college professor who taught me macroeconomics, and he was my introduction to a lot of different styles of philosophy, and radically changed my worldviews on a lot of things. Recently got in contact with me. His name is Bill Shaka. I don't know how he gets that pronunciation out of what his last name is, but that's his problem. He was actually the guy who pushed me onto the philosophy of Stoicism. Not directly, but indirectly through a lot of things he said. Then I researched some of the quotes he used and stuff, and through a meandering path I came across it and realized that a lot of his teachings are about Stoicism. A lot of economics is about Stoicism. Thank you for putting it somewhere nice instead of on the ground. I appreciate that. Stack it up. Okay. So it's just good that, he reached out to me. He started this a new little business. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna spell it out for you so you guys can go take a look at it. Definitely definitely worth the thing. He last week he did 5 videos, and they're all under 5 minutes long, so easy to digest. He goes over an overview and then 4 points, and each of those 4 points is like 4.5 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So nice and easy to go through, digest. And he has a pretty decent voice to listen to. He's a pretty decent orator. Anyways, Bill Shaka, BILLSCIACCA. I don't know how he gets Shaka out of that, but like I said, his problem. It's easy for me to pronounce. So, you know, go over, take a look, take a listen. Very easy listen, very easy to understand and process. And you might learn a thing or two. Chill. We're almost done. It's only a couple more minutes left, okay? You've been so good up to this point, Cutler. Less than 9 minutes, okay? So, go give him a listen. I'm going to be talking to him sometime on Monday. Maybe we can get a little partnership thing going. I'm not sure. But either way, it'd be good just to, to shoot the breeze with him and tell him, how much of an impact he's had on my life and that I definitely support his new endeavor. It's really cool that he lives down in Costa Rica. And, it's just cool reconnecting with this guy who had such an impact on my life. So go give him a look. And if you guys are ever in the Sugar Notch area, go take a look at, that Renaissance art and coffee on Main Street. So cool. Definitely a look. And I know on Thursdays he does like this around the world meal thing that I have got to try, because from some of the stuff he told me and everything else. Really? So definitely give Bill a look. Give this guy, I think his name is Kenny or Kenneth or something like that. Ends with an H. I can't remember off the top of my head. But go down there, have a cup of coffee, look at the place, tell him that Chris Knight from Knightsmith sent you. Because he doesn't get any referrals. And I think he should. So there's 2 other things I wanted to tell you about that I find pretty awesome. So I've been trolling TikTok recently, and let me turn my media down so I don't blare you guys with this, and I also don't get a content strike or whatever. Because a few people have been basically forcing this app on me, so I finally caved. And there it is. There's 2 people on here that are amazing. Alright, so it's this black chick who does parenting advice and stuff. She presents it very nice. She has a good voice. She's really engaging in how she presents her information, but the information is super quality, guys. It's at Destiny Ann, DESTINI.ANN. She has a lot of really good advice and tips and stuff for dealing with children and such. So if you guys have young kids and stuff and you're into the whole TikTok thing, go over, check her out. Really cool, great advice, and just entertaining. And the other, there he is. another black guy on here, and he's the one that you've been seeing memes of, with just that super unimpressed face. He does the... I'm actually looking at one of his videos now where he does the hand thing. Cabby.lamb. Lamb? It's at KHABY.LAME. I don't think he talks in any of his videos. I haven't seen him talk in one of his videos. But he just does this whole... memes have been going around about Facebook about this guy. And he just has this just deadpan delivery like, are you stupid? Are you kidding me? It's this easy type mentality. And after seeing so many impossibly stupid life hacks and little tips and tricks, and this guy's just like, no, it's like this easy. It just really, it does the soul good to see someone who is not putting up with any of their crap. Are you done? Oh, we're done. Hey. Boop. 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 Boop, boop, boop. Alright, guys. But yeah, so 4 people to look at. Kenny, who has art and coffee. Or sorry, Renaissance Art and Coffee. Bill Shaka, Cabby Lame, and Destiny Ann. Check them out, guys. Really fantastic. And what's very interesting about all these people is just how their mode of talk and how they communicate. Like Bill and Kenny are both significantly older than me. They're both retired. But they talk to you like, they don't talk to you like the standard baby boomer, old white man way of talking to you. They talk to you like they just saddled up next to you at the bar and ordered the same beer, and oh my god, hey, how's it going, man? So it's really cool. It's really great. Talking with these guys, listening to them speak. And those other 2 people, Cabby and Destiny, just hilarious. I mean, Destiny has great advice, but hilarious. So there's some entertainment for the week as well, for you guys to expand your minds, expand, kind of your worldview on things, maybe. So yeah, that's about that. Me and him are going to have some fun for the next hour or so, until I have to get going to the shop. So, high five? Can I get a 5? No more. You threw it all over the floor. So, I have another hour until I'm getting to the shop, guys, so... No. We're finishing up. You're going to get more sweets after this and other things, okay? Maybe I'll even bring my Frosted Flakes up. You love Frosted Flakes. Alright, guys. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thanks for watching. I hope this has been entertaining, informative, and at least my co-host is, keeping you entertained while I'm babbling and meandering in thought. So, thanks for watching. Like I said, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. If you haven't yet, go over to Patreon, patreon.com/Knightsmith to support the channel. Where is it? I don't have a Patreon thingy here. I really need to change this bottom row. Anyways, go to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Connor, we're finishing up. If you guys want to support the channel, support this guy, Dracillos, Dole. If you guys want to throw me a little, a couple bucks to help feed this kid, I'd appreciate it too. So guys, thanks for watching, and thank you for helping make this world better one kerf at a time. And I'll see you next week. Oh, and happy Memorial Day to everyone here in the United States, and especially to our veterans. See y'all later.